Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marta, I come from Norway and I love makeup, and today I just figured I wanted to make a custom Beetlejuice palette because next week is the premiere of Beetlejuice and I am going. I do have tickets for it and I'm very excited to see it, and I just love the color story that you can make from, like, inspired by Beetlejuice. So I made this little palette right here based on that color story, and I am going to show you some swatches, and then I did this very grungy Beetlejuice look, which I will show you how I did. So keep watching if you want to see that. Here you can see the palette close up. I kind of made it so that I have one warm row except for this one, and then it's more cool tones in the bottom row, and I just love how this came out. I feel like you can do some more neutral looks with basically these ones, and you can do some more bold looks with all of these other ones. And clearly all of the shimmers are just very special. They're just super pretty and shifty, and I can try to show you with light coming in from the side because we do have some multi-chromes in here. Can you like see? Yeah, you can see it here. Like, how beautiful are all of those shimmers? They're just incredible. So now I'm gonna swatch them all. I'll do it off camera and show you the finished swatches. Now here we have the whole palette swatched out. The purples were kind of more blended together, but I think you can see the difference on them. But yeah, that is the whole color story. I really think it's a very interesting color story. There's so many different things you can do with it. Just for example, I do think red with gray is very beautiful, and also the gray with the more yellowy orangey orange kind of shade there. And of course you can just do the green and the mustard shade together with maybe this or even this shimmer right here that is a little bit darker. And clearly there's a lot of different combinations with the purple and the greens over here. You can use Bloodstone on top of the red. Like, there's just so many beautiful different options here. I do also just want to show you from the side so you can see all of those beautiful shifts, and I do have my phone with the flashlight right here, so that's why the lighting is a little bit different. And yeah, you can just see all those beautiful sparkles and shifts. And I think I'll just leave up the names together with my arm on the screen just so you can see all the names. Just like this, so you can just see the shade names, and obviously the ones where there are double swatches, the one to the, like, they were in the same order that you can see them on my arm. So I hope that's helpful, and I will also of course leave them in the same order that I have them in the palette in my description box. And all of these shadows are from Terra Moons or Glaminatrix, apart from the grungy green here, which is from Dandelion's Cosmetics. But now I want to show you the look that I created, so let's get started on that. So for my look, I am going to take a little bit of inspiration from this look. I can only see the name, which is Nidia Garza. I'm not sure if that's the correct person, but at least this is the photo that I'm taking inspiration from. And from this palette, I will clearly be using these two deepest purples right here. I do want to use some shimmers, of course, so this is what I will be using on the outer corner of the lid. And then I'll be using this neon green, and I think I'll top it off with this Opulance shade from Glaminatrix. And I'll possibly use a little bit of the gray, for the inner corner as well, because that's what she used on the photo. But I'll just see, because I do want to have it mainly focused on the purples and the bright green right here. For the purples, I think I'll be using these brushes. So the black one that you can see here is the WG3 brush from Stassi Alex, and then this one is the 022 from Glam Shop. So they're both pointed. You can see they're both quite small, but this one from Stassi Alex is a little bit smaller. So I did use the smallest one, and I'm picking up the deepest purple shade, and I'm going to apply that in the very corner and wing it out a little bit. I'm not sure how dramatic I want this to be, because the look in the photo is very dramatic, but it's like, I wouldn't be mad if I made that kind of look, but more in a wearable way, because these are very bright and bold colors. but we will just see how it goes. I'm also going to extend that deepest shade to the lower lash line here. Okay, so I only made sure I blended the edges a bit. I don't think this is going to be like super wearable of a look, but I'm taking that other brush that I showed you, the 022 from Glam Shop, and now I'm overlapping that deepest shade with the bright purple. They're both from Glaminatrix, I think. I believe the deepest one is called Nightlife, and the one I'm applying now is called Regal. And at least one of them, maybe both, are from the Nightlife. Is that what it's called? At least it was like this bright purple and green palette from Glaminatrix, but I just bought the singles. And I feel like this is blending really beautifully. And just before I do the other eye, I think I'll apply a little bit of this just on the lower parts too, just to blend that. I do have a little bit of fallout with, which is a little bit scary when you're blending there. So let's just remove that. I'm now going to use my GB13 brush from Glam Shop and this shade Neverland, I think it's called, from Terra Moons. And I will be using more patting motions because this is a neon. And I'll just have to see how this one goes together with the purple because they're not similar colors at all, so I wouldn't really expect the blend to be good, but I feel like I could use the gray if I want a slightly more, I don't know, transition shade between them. And I am going to pick up a little bit of that gray just to smooth out the creasing here. And then I'll go back in with some more of the neon shade. And I will be applying a shimmer on the lid, so you probably won't see too much of this. Oh, and I don't think I mentioned it, but I did use my Smashbox primer, and then I used my Urban Decay primer potion in the shade Free Base for basically the whole lid, because that makes the colors pop more. So now I'm just going to grab whatever is left on this brush and slightly blend here. The lid is not going to show, so it's basically what you can see now that is going to show, and it looks pretty blended to me. So I am ready for the shimmers, and I'll be using my Pixie Epoxy by Fiorine on the lid before I go in with any kind of shimmer. So I'll just pat it two different places, once on the green and once on the purple, because I don't want to really mix those two sides. I'm so excited to see Bloodstone together with that Opulance shade. I think it's going to be very, very pretty. I'm trying not to disturb the base too much. I think I'll just use my little finger with the shade Opulance first. So here I have it, and I'll just tap it on. I'm placing it everywhere where I have the green, like that. And then I'm taking a different finger with the shade Bloodstone. I mean, the Glaminatrix formulas are just so stunning. They're so sparkly and shifty. They're just so special. I think that's really, really pretty. So I might just have to use my blending brush a little bit there, but we'll just have to see how it goes. And I'll probably use that silvery brightest shimmer for the inner corner. I think it has a little bit of purple to it too. And for the lower lash line, I will be adding a little bit of the neon, but I will do that after I've applied my face makeup. So let me finish off the other eye and do the face makeup first. So now I did my foundation and concealer, so I'm just tapping on this neon shade on the lower lash line, and then I'm taking a tiny bit of Moonshine by Terra Moons, and I'm just adding that into the very inner corner right here. And I feel like mixing in a little bit of Opulance too, just like that. And then I'm going to do my eyelashes, my brows, bronzer, blush, and I'll show you the close-up of the look. And that was the close-up of this look. I really ended up enjoying it. It is very bright, very bold, and I love it. It's so sparkly because the shadows from Glaminatrix are just so intense and beautiful. It's those two right here that I have on my lid, and the neon shade from Terra Moons is just so bright and vibrant. I love it. And the purples just blended so nicely from Glaminatrix, so very excited about that. For my lipstick, I was not sure if I should go for something purple. You can also see a bit of swatches here from when I made the palette, but the purple here is from Kaleidos Makeup and it's called Siren. I think that would be so beautiful with this look, but I decided to go for this grungy green one. It is Mandy from Unearthly Cosmetics, and I never really use it because it's just so, I mean, it's a very weird shade to use on your lips, so I never use it, but finally I do have a good reason to use it, and I do love the color. I think it could look really nice with like a warm grungy look on the eye, but I think it's just perfect for the theme because, you know, Beetlejuice looks like this around his mouth, so why not use that for this Beetlejuice look? Clearly, I am very ready to see the new Beetlejuice movie. Are you interested in going to see the movie, or will you just wait until it comes out on something like Netflix or Disney? Anyway, I think that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed the palette, the color story, and the look that I created with the shadows. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye!